Hello and welcome back to Karisu. Today we are going to be discussing 5 ways to lower your blood pressure naturally. If you haven't seen our video about blood pressure, how blood pressure works, what causes a rise in blood pressure, what drops blood pressure and all those, we've already done a video on that. You can always check it out through my channel, or I'll leave a link down in the description box below. You can check it out after this video. So without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. Tip number 1 is increase your activity and exercise more. When someone exercises regularly, they are constantly increasing their heart rate, increasing their respiratory rate. This is training for the heart and the blood vessels. So over time, your heart can pump more blood in per beat compared to what level your heart is functioning at now. So if you have continuous exercise as part of your routine, over time, your heart is going to be able to pump more blood, which reduces the stress on the arteries which are bringing the blood to the body, which will eventually reduce your blood pressure. If you're wondering how much activity, how much exercise am I supposed to do today? According to American Association of Cardiology and American Heart Association, they suggest moderate to severe activity for about 40 minutes 3 to 4 times a day. But if you cannot commit to that, if you don't have the time, you have to take care of your children, your house, your dog, your husband, in that order, you can start modifying your daily activities so that it's more of an exercise to you. For example, instead of taking the lift, use the stairs. Instead of driving to the shop nearby, walk to the shop. Take on more daily household chores. Do some gardening, go for a walk. Any activity you can do to increase your heart's load a bit, to make your heart work a bit for 30 to 40 minutes a day. This will definitely benefit you in the long run. Tip number 2, lose weight if you're already overweight. Losing weight has been shown to be very effective in lowering blood pressure. Even if you lose like just about 5 kilograms, it can reduce your blood pressure significantly. In 2016, there were several studies done about this, and people who managed to lose weight managed to drop their blood pressure on average about 4.5 milligram mercury. And on top of that, reducing your weight also helps reduce the risk factor for many other diseases. Tip number 3, reduce sugar and refined carbohydrates. This will help you reduce your weight as well, and eventually will help you manage your blood pressure better as well. In 2010, a study was done to compare between low-fat diet and low-carbohydrate diet. Although both group of people managed to lose weight, the low-carbohydrate people showed more significant result in terms of managing their blood pressure. Tip number 4, eat more potassium and reduce your sodium intake. But before we get into this, just a general reminder, every person is different, everybody's body is different. So if you decide that you want to start taking more potassium or you want to manage your diet differently, always go and consult a doctor first. Because what I suggest here may be beneficial for those who has no other diseases with them. But if you have any hidden disease or anything you don't know about, for example, if you have kidney disease, taking too much potassium will damage your kidney even further. So always consult with your doctor first. Increasing potassium intake can reduce blood pressure because potassium reduces the effect of salt in your system, which eventually reduces tension in the blood vessels and reduces your blood pressure. So what are the food rich in potassiums? You have your low-fat dairy products, for example, yogurts, milk. Fish are very high in potassium. Fruits like bananas, avocados, apricots are very high in potassium. Vegetables, sweet potato, tomatoes, spinach, all these are very high in potassium, and they will be very beneficial for you. For those of you having high blood pressure who wants more option for diets, you can always Google DASH diet, DASH. It's dietary approach to stop hypertension. It's a very specific diet mainly for people who already have high blood pressure. And tip number 5, eat less processed food. Most of the extra salt in your food doesn't come from your house, doesn't come from home cooked food. It's mostly from processed food, packaged food, or even food from restaurants. Food like canned food, pizza, chips are all very high in sodium content, in salt content. And food which are labeled low fat especially has very high salt and sugar content to replace the taste, because fat is what gives it the tasty taste, makes you feel full. So they have to substitute it with something else. So the best thing to do is to stop eating processed food or outside food, or if you cannot, at least reduce it. But if you really have to eat processed food anyways, always remember to check the label behind to see how much sugar content, how much sodium content they have in the particular food. And that's 5 ways for you to reduce your blood pressure naturally. This is just part 1. I still have 2 more parts coming up for this particular series, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, if you learn anything at all from this video, the only thing I ask is for you to share this video with your friends and family members. Spread the knowledge. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, go ahead and smash the subscribe button right there, and please do click the bell icon because YouTube's algorithm is changing all the time and we want to make sure our videos come and reach you. And until the next informative video, in anything you do, do your best and be the best version of yourself. Bye bye.